It's like a lot of films one sees today, not that I see very many, but to me they're what I call photographs of people talking. Photographs of people talking. Photographs of people talking. And bears no relation to the art of the cinema.
Alfred Hitchcock believed in pure cinema, telling the story with only the elements unique to the form: the cinematography, the sound design, and the cutting, but not dialogue. The reason for Hitch's distaste for dialogue is its tendency to carry the narrative load of a film, an ultimately lazy way of communicating story information. In this example from the 2015 film, Jurassic World, a suspense scene is played entirely through dialogue, and the audience is given no visual information as to the danger. The movement of the camera does little to heighten the intensity and stop it from being a series of photographs of people talking. Hitchcock's concern was more so that when dialogue is so heavily relied upon, the other cinematic elements are ignored. But is there a way to let the audience know what is going on without resorting to have the characters explaining it? This is what he meant by pure cinema, and Hitchcock was a master of this kind of visual storytelling, even with something as simple as character introduction.
See, in all his films, he's striving to tell the story visually. So in Rear Window, I think you introduce Jimmy Stewart with, you see his broken leg, you see a broken camera, you see that he's a photographer, you see a magazine cover, etc. All done in one continuous shot, as I remember, where you are told, okay, this is what you're seeing, this is what he is, and the audience understands it as a result very quickly.
Given his affinity for pure cinema, it is surprising to see how talky his films actually are. The following scene from Rear Window is a prime example. Here, the dialogue of James Stewart's character seems to be only serving the purpose of reaffirming what the audience has already been told via the images.
I get myself half killed for you, and you reward me by stealing my assignments.
I didn't ask you to stand in the middle of that automobile racetrack.
You asked for something dramatically different. You got it.
But as always, Hitchcock is one step ahead of us, using the visuals to establish the next plot points. Upon first viewing, it seems that this point of view shot is underscoring the dialogue of the scene.
Awful boredom. I'm going to do something drastic.
Like what?
Like what? I'm going to get married, and then I'll never be able to go anywhere.
It's about time you got married, before you turn into a lonesome and bitter old man.
But as anyone who's seen the film can attest, by the end, one of these two men will be married, and the other one will not. As such, this shot lays the foundation on which both the narrative and the themes are built.
You are telling the audience, giving them some information, but at the time you give it, it must appear to be something else.